The year is 2002. 3-year-old Connor is having fun playing GoldenEye 007 on the Nintendo 64 with his bros, drinking root beer and probably eating some really unhealthy snacks. Unbeknownst to him at the time, the Nintendo GameCube was a console that existed, and that console just released a new game, The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. But with no GameCube, he doesn't play it. Flash forward to 2014. His younger brothers get a Nintendo Wii U for their birthday, and Connor, now a much older but not much wiser version of himself, decides to play the recently released Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker HD. But before he gets a chance to play it for himself, his brothers crack the precious Wii U gamepad's screen, making it impossible for him to input his name and start a new profile. He also was too poor to buy a Pro Controller at the time, so that option's out the window. Once again, he's unable to play it. Flash forward to 2020. Connor is a little older, a little smarter, but not too much. With money to call his own, and the never-ending stress of student loans and car payments looming on his back, he decides to alleviate some of that stress by buying a used Wii U for himself and a digital copy of The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD. When it arrives, the Wii U gamepad's volume is busted. Thanks, Lucas. So Connor buys a used Pro Controller as well. Finally, 18 years after its original release, he has the chance to enjoy The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. So yeah, it took me this long to finally experience this game, and it's pretty cathartic actually. This game has probably been on my backlog the longest of any game in my life, so with this video, I want to finally give it the recognition it deserves and share my opinion on this game. So what did I think? Was this game worth the wait? Absolutely! This game is the definition of charm, and it exudes this wondrous level of whimsicality at every turn. The cel-shaded graphics make this world feel so inviting, but also accentuate its darker and more intense moments. Now, something you gotta understand about me is that my greatest fear on planet Earth is the ocean. It's too big, and I feel like there could be some unknown eldritch horror lurking just beneath the surface at any given moment. But surprisingly, one of my favorite things to do in this game was just sail around the ocean for fun. The Great Sea feels vast, and at first, you'll feel truly lost trying to navigate its pure size. But as you discover new islands and chart your map, you begin to build a familiarity with it, and much like a true voyaging explorer of old, you'll begin to know the seas like the back of your hand. The leap from the limitations of the Nintendo 64 cartridges to GameCube discs offered a chance for the developers to breathe more life into these characters than ever before. Link has never been more expressive than he is in this game. Ganondorf is given more depth, and you understand his motivations, selfish as they may be. And even in the short amount of time you spend with them, you grow attached to Tetra and her pirate crew. Every major island is inhabited by all sorts of new faces with differing personalities. You have the pot lady on Outset who knows the lady on Windfall. Oh, Windfall. You have the school teacher and the group of rowdy kids she just wants to give education to. The rich guy who begs for the safe return of his daughter, who loses all of his money trying to get her back. But when she's safely returned to him, he realizes he never loved his money as much as he loved his daughter, Mila. But the character who resonated with me the most is Link's grandma. Link is no longer a boy without a fairy or a simple traveling hero. He's got a family. He has a grandma, a sister, friends, people who know and care about him. When his sister is kidnapped and he's forced to leave everything he's ever known behind to go save her, it takes a huge toll on his grandmother. While you were off solving puzzles and fighting monsters, she was back home, worrying so much for the safe return of her grandchildren that the stress almost kills her. You understand that your quest to save your sister, to save all of these people, matters. You understand that you now have more of a responsibility to the world than catching pigs or sleeping in. You have to be a hero. Pushing you through all of this is a magnificent, beautiful soundtrack with music I'll be listening to until I die. Piece after piece of utter perfection. It makes my Irish blood very happy. I don't think Wind Waker is my favorite Zelda game. Not all the side quests are very good, the King of Red Lions didn't form much of a connection for me as a companion, and of course there's the infamous Triforce quest which, while much more streamlined on the Wii U version, still slows the pace of the game way down. But even so, the game pushes you forward, asking you to be the link that connects these people and these places separated by the endless ocean. They need a hero, and it's up to you to save this land from the evil that clouds it.